All right, last weekend, there were a lot of people who made some remarks and some jokes before the games were played that I had the Minnesota Vikings winning. They're going to beat New Orleans. What's he talking about? Drew Brees isn't going to lose. And then it happened. Took till overtime, but it happened. So, for this weekend, it's tricky because these look lopsided. They really do. Now, I'm surprised that right now, the odds I saw, 9.5 point favorites for Kansas City. So if you're betting against or in favor of the spread, I honestly would take Houston and take the under on that. But that's me. Now, Baltimore at 9.5 points against Tennessee. I don't know. Baltimore, I could see them winning a squeaker over Tennessee. I could see that. I could see it being a 23-20 game. I think these games are going to be closer than what people think. But can any of the underdogs win? The key thing is, can any of the underdogs win? And none of the underdogs are being picked this week. I still like Seattle. I'm sorry, I still like the Seattle Seahawks. I took them over Philly last week. I'm tempted to take them over Green Bay this week. I know the frozen tundra at Lambeau, and Aaron Rodgers at home. You got to be crazy. Well, I was crazy last week and it worked. And I got 3 out of 4 right. The one that I got wrong was the Patriots, the one that everybody's taking a victory lap about. I almost did a video on Monday this week, just ding dong the witch is dead about the Patriots, because we're tired. They've won 6, won enough. Sit this one out. And I was a Patriots fan back in the it's been a while since I was really a Patriots fan. I was more of a Drew Bledsoe fan, I think, than anything else. And now, of course, the question becomes one of what's Tom Brady going to do? I was thinking about doing a video as well on Tom Brady's situation, where he could end up. Everybody's speculating on Chargers. I hope not. Because I don't think Rivers was the problem with, or not San Diego. I'm wearing San Diego too. The LA Chargers. So I'm wearing Chargers, and that's where the speculation is Brady could end up. But he's 42. He's not going to get younger. I understand he's in great shape. You have to be in great shape to play football into your 40s. I would rather see the Chargers just get younger. Just do it right. Don't look for a quick fix with Tom Brady. But somebody's going to give Tom Brady some money and give him a shot at a job. So I'm of the 4 meetings this weekend between these teams. I think San Francisco, I think, is a good bet to cover the spread against Minnesota. I think Minnesota, that victory over New Orleans, I think this is where it ends for the Vikings. I think they've shown this was a good year for them. This is where it ends. The team that's not on the board, that it's too bad they're not on the board, is Buffalo. I wanted to be wrong about Buffalo. I did. But Buffalo, all the indications are they're not ready to be a playoff team. They're not ready to win in the playoffs. So they're going to have to take what they've learned this season and carry it over into next year, and hopefully things get better for them. So, of the 4 games, again, I do like Seattle. I do like San Francisco. Kansas City, I think, should beat Houston. Do they cover 9.5 points? I'm not so sure on that. Baltimore, if you believe that they can have a massive week against Tennessee after a week off, you can probably think that 9.5 points is actually well below the spread that we're going to see at the end of the game. But I can't see anybody stopping Baltimore. I haven't seen anything yet to make me think that it's not going to be Baltimore and San Francisco in the Super Bowl. I was looking through some articles this week, and Green Bay seems to be the one that everybody is keying on as potentially being upset this weekend, and so I'm kind of piling on there. And yet, it is always fun when Green Bay goes further. And there are some classic matchups we've seen between Green Bay and San Francisco over the decades. It is interesting to note that of the teams on the board, Green Bay and San Francisco, dating back to the Joe Montana days, I can remember games between these teams. So it would be fun to see them next weekend. But I think Seattle and San Francisco, round 3, yes please. So I'm maybe it's some wishful thinking on my part taking Seattle. I'm not a Seattle Seahawks fan, but I do think that after the season they've had, it would be fun to see them go in and play San Francisco. And again, It would be amazing if Minnesota somehow got an upset victory. I just don't see it happening. So San Francisco should be at home next week against, I think it's going to be Seattle. And I would think Baltimore will be at home next week against, very likely, Kansas City. And that could be a really, really hard-hitting game, and two quarterbacks who are pretty darn good at their jobs. And one in Kansas City that we know how good he is and he gets a lot of hype. And one in Baltimore that's earned a lot of hype as well. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting weekend. Let me know who you guys think are going to win this weekend. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And hey, 11,000 subscribers for this channel. The little channel that could. Thank you guys so much for subscribing if you have. Every now and then people will mention about the set. So this is the hockey set. The other set, honestly, it's going to have to be a massive spring cleaning and work on getting that done. Because my plan is to have a computer set up here, webcam set up here, and everything set up so I can just step into this room and work like I have. But I want to have that in the other room as well. So the trick of that is the other room is a kitchen that gets used as a kitchen as well. So it's kind of some... It's still going to require some work because I've got to clean that corner out completely, and then I need somewhere to put everything else without making it so that people can't use it as a kitchen anymore. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen because I've got all those wonderful Funkos and wonderful items on the wall that need to be seen in videos. So it will happen sooner or later, and I'm hoping on the sooner side of things. So here's to some optimism, and then I'll throw some NFL on that wall as well, because I do have NFL memorabilia and things that I can put on a wall, just not in here because this is the hockey set. But thank you guys so much for watching, and enjoy the football this weekend. You got Saturday, Sunday, 2 games each day. Wild card weekend is amazing, but divisional weekend tends to be a little bit better. And then we get to the Super Bowl where... hopefully it's another close one this year, right? All right. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I'll talk to you again soon.